Joining us now, South Carolina Attorney General. He is Alan Wilson. It's great to have you on, sir. Okay, Congress marked the 800,000th U.S. death from COVID with a moment of silence today. We have that story, also this story. 4 Democrat governors moving away from the White House and Democrats on COVID policies and mandates. For whatever reason, they're effectively saying they don't work at the local level. We're talking Democrat Colorado Governor Jared Polis, Democrat Michigan Governor Whitmer, Democrat Kansas Governor Laura Kelly, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. What do you say to that story?
Well, I think that's just indicative of what's going around this country. These policies are actually crushing this economy. The policies of the Biden administration are making it harder for Americans and citizens of our respective states to get back to work and start doing what they were doing before this pandemic. We just saw last week a symbolic vote in the U.S. Senate. 52 senators, 2 Democrats joined the Republican caucus in basically voting against institutionalizing or codifying the OSHA mandate. 26 Republican AGs have brought a number of lawsuits along with private plaintiffs to halt a number of these mandates. And when I walk the streets of Columbia and other places in South Carolina, people are saying, thank you for doing what you're doing. We're sick and tired of these mandates and these policies. They're killing us. And so that is what you're seeing the Democrats start to realize.
We have economic studies coming in from around the world, dozens and dozens of studies we're looking at. Lockdowns and shutdowns did not work, and the virus spread anyway. AIER, they've assembled 33 case studies from all over the world. Lockdowns in the face of the virus seem completely uncorrelated with the trajectory of the disease. Shutting down the little guy, the dry cleaner, or the shoe repair man did not stop COVID. You know what it did? It stopped those families who had to suffer as they dropped into poverty. It created massive misery. People are upset and angry. They lost their livelihoods. They can't feed their families. So the moralizing sanctimony of people who get a paycheck, of bureaucrats who never ran a business, shutting others down, that was the worst thing. And now they're putting more mandates on top of people, and they're surprised that people are upset with their moralizing, their holier-than-thou attitudes. Really? They're surprised people are angry.
No, I couldn't agree with you anymore. And again, this president, if you remember, he ran on ending the pandemic, but unfortunately, he needs the pandemic for these federal cram downs. That's the paradox or the box that he's put himself into. If you remember, back at the beginning of the pandemic, we wanted to have lockdowns for what, 15 days, so that we could flatten the curve so we wouldn't overrun the hospitals. But what they've realized is they need this pandemic to continue basically promoting their leftist agenda. And that's why they keep moving the goalpost on us and cramming down. It's really killing those small businesses.
Let's watch Florida Governor Ron DeSantis on this. Watch.
Mandates and restrictions have not been effective, but they've been very costly, and I think the proof is in the pudding. You have people that want to come to Florida to vacation and buy homes. You don't have the opposite, where people are leaving free states to try to go to New York or some of these other places, because I fear that they're going to continue to do this until they suffer at the ballot box.
Texas and Florida open, no restrictions versus New York and California. But mostly similar death rates. Closed Michigan, worse disease prevalence than neighboring Wisconsin. Now California and New York doing indoor mask mandates, even if you're vaccinated.
No, listen, you look at Florida and Texas, and I'll even throw my home state of South Carolina in there. I mean, Florida especially has a much older population, which with a lot more comorbidities than these other states. And Florida is thriving. It has similar statistics to what's going on in New York or California. The lockdowns don't work. They're killing businesses. They're killing the economy, and they're not getting any better results than what you're having in Florida, Texas, or South Carolina.
And you got Pfizer releasing an oral antiviral pill that's cutting the risk of hospitalization or death nearly 90% in high-risk adults. Thank you so much for joining us, Attorney General Alan Wilson. You'll come back again soon.